Welcome to Chaotic Crochet Chatter from Stitchcraft Gifts. My name's Jenny and I crochet for a living. I live in North Yorkshire in the UK with my husband Kelvin, son Ned and our cat Neris. In this podcast I share current projects with you, talk about what's going on in my life and generally witter on about nonsense. I hope you enjoy watching. If you do, please like this video, subscribe to my channel and tell all your friends. Thank you and take care. Hello, how are you this evening? At time of recording, it is just after 9 o'clock in the evening on Wednesday, 1st of November. It's November! Yay! Obviously you won't see this until Friday or later, depending on when you watch it. But yeah, how are you? To be honest, I have been struggling a little bit recently, mentally. I think a lot of that, to be honest, is because Ned was ill a lot last week. He had tonsillitis and so was off school for most of that week. He's fine now, which is great. Obviously he's full recovery, but we've gone straight into half-term holiday, so yeah, he had 4 days off school and then a weekend and then we're in half term. And I've said it before and I'll say it again, I love that boy to pieces. He is the centre of my universe and I love having him around, but it just changes the routine and I struggle a bit when the routine changes, when I'm not doing my usual Monday to Friday 9 to 5 routine. Well, no, 9 till 3. So yeah, it's been hard, but yesterday really helped. Obviously yesterday was Halloween, which is, my favourite time of year really starts at the beginning of October, but I count Halloween as the kind of official marker of my favourite time of year. It's kind of the official start. And I always have fun. We've had the decorations up, well, we started with the window decorations right at the beginning of the month, and then we put the rest of the decorations up a few days ago, so the house has been looking all spooky. Pretty and spooky, not just spooky, because I can't cope with scary things. Yeah, then we just had a really lovely day yesterday. One of Ned's school friends came round for the afternoon, and then when her parents finished work they came round as well and we all went trick-or-treating after tea, which was really nice. Yeah, Ned was happy, his friend was happy, I was happy. And then after he'd gone to bed, we were going to do it before we went to bed this year, but time just got away from us a bit. So after he'd gone to sleep, Kelvin and I lit our candles like we always do every year. Just a little, ritual is a strong word, but it is. But it is just a mini ritual, a little bit of a sort of deliberate thinking of and welcoming back into our hearts and minds all those people who were once in our lives and who we loved very much and are no longer with us. And so that's always, on one level, it's kind of hard, it does bring back a bit of the grief that was felt at their passing, but it's also just a nice little quiet moment in the day where we can just reflect on all the happy memories and all of that. So that was that, and yeah, that's meant I'm feeling much better today, which is great. Ned and I went to the library again. I'm not really complaining. I love that he loves reading as much as he do, but oh my word, I've been to the library a lot lately. You're constantly getting new books for him to read, so that was a nice little trip out. What else have we been up to? Kelvin's bought a new car. it all happened a little bit more quickly than we meant it to. He's been thinking about getting a new car for a while now, just because we were coming up to the end of the lease agreement on the old one, and he went and had a look, and it just so happened that they had one that he liked that was just about affordable. If I through gritted teeth, just about affordable. It's a hybrid, which makes me feel a lot better about it. And that he could have literally a couple of days after he viewed it. It's the exact one he drove. So yeah, that was good. Did we have our new sofa last time I spoke to you? I can't remember. We now have a very posh, grown-up reclining sofa that I've been spending far too much time on. And sleeping far too much on. Never mind. So the sitting room's starting to feel a bit more, I was going to say put together. It does. There's still a lot of work to do. It kind of feels, even though it's the room we spend the most time in collectively, it doesn't really feel as lived in as some of the other rooms still. So yeah, we need to work that out, but that's something for another time. What else? There was other things I was going to mention, I'm sure there were. Oh yeah, I ran the giveaway on Instagram, that went really, really well. Got lots of new, quite a few new followers, which was great, and lots of engagement, which made all my numbers go up, which made me very happy. And I think I've got happy winners. Certainly the winner of the first prize seemed very happy when I dropped that off, so that was lovely. And hopefully all the discount codes that were given out as prizes will be used in my shop at some point. I have updated my shop. It was all done ahead of Halloween, and there was a flash sale, which obviously it's too late now, so I don't really know why I'm telling you. But there was a flash sale with an extra discount on everything, and the sale has now ended, but the products are still there, so do go and have a look. And I do intend to update it again in the next couple of weeks, get some more Christmassy things on there. I have also updated my website a bit. It's still, very, very new and very, very empty, but I have updated it a bit, so progress is being made, and that obviously will be added to all my links in the description for you. Ned's been to another birthday party. There was a laser tag party which he had a lot of fun at, and is currently saying that that's what he wants his next birthday party to be. It's 6 months away, he might change his mind, but at the moment that's top choice. Oh, is there anything else important? My memory is shocking. I wrote this all down about half an hour ago and I can't remember what I've put. So what else is on here? I've mentioned that and that, and I can't read that. And I don't think there's anything else important that he's mentioning on there, so that's good. I was going to say something then. Oh, just that. I've actually got a lot to show you today, so this might be a long one. I'll try not to dither and babble on too much, but you know what I'm like. So, but there's a pause button. If you do find that it's getting too long and you need to go and do something else, just pause it and come back to it later. I won't even know that you've done that. So I am just going to have a quick drink. You can probably hear my throat's going already, and we're right at the beginning. And then I shall crack on and show you what I've got to show you. Okay, so having said I've got lots to show you, the first thing I'm going to talk about I can't actually show you because it's on my blocking mats downstairs. I think it is dry now, so I'll sort it out tomorrow and take some photos and pop them other side here. I'll pop them over here. I'm rubbish at the direction on this, aren't I? Yeah, while I'm editing I'll pop some pictures up for you to see. So hopefully by now they're there on the screen and you can see them. If not, I'm sorry, I forgot. You'll just have to check out my Instagram. I've finished my table runner, Batty. Oh, well, I say I finished it. Not quite. I need to do the tassels and just trim them. But otherwise, it's done, which is absolutely fantastic. Am I squinting a bit? My light is very, very bright. I'll see if I can turn it down a bit more. No, it's turned down as low as it'll go, so I'm just going to have to carry on. I'll try not to squint at you. What was I saying? Yeah, I won't say too much about it. You've seen it before, I've told you before, and all the information will be in the description. But yeah, it's done. I unfortunately didn't manage to get it on the table for Halloween, but it's not completely out of season yet, so I think once I've finished the tassels and taken the pictures I will have it on our table and just leave it there for a few weeks. I said last time that I'm going to have to do a whole bunch of seasonal table runners now, and I will. I don't think I'm going to get time to do a Christmas one for this year, so maybe I'll just keep Batty on. I have got a Christmas one that is not handmade, so that'll probably go on at some point, but I'll put Batty on for now. So yes, hopefully the pictures are over here somewhere for you to look at. If not, sorry. And my head's going again. This happened last time, didn't it? I kept losing my train of thought. I don't know what's going on with me at the moment. Even though I've got notes and you'd think I'd be organised, and I am quite organised, I'm still just losing my train of thought all the time. So next is, I've mentioned that already. I said about my shop update. Well, no, I said that I'd updated my shop, so I will again put a few pictures up, dot them around the screen for you to see what I've added. One of the things, which you have seen before, but one of the things that's on there is this, the Neris wall hanging that I made, based on the Cat Noir pattern from Sixel Design. So that's one of the items that's up. Hopefully you can now see lots of pictures of other items that are also on there, and yeah, go and check it out, see if there's anything you fancy. I will probably do another, I might do another flash sale at the end of November. Let's get a few Christmas orders in. If I do it at the end of November, there's still time to post them, I think, so yeah, I might do that if I remember to do that. We shall see what happens. But otherwise, yeah, just check it out. So, first thing I can actually show you is my Christmas jumper. It's not jumper shaped yet, but I am making really, really good progress with it. I think I put a picture up of the half completed front panel on Instagram a little while ago. The front panel is now complete. Which way up does it go? This way up. It looks huge. I'm working to the measurements. God, that does look massive. And I put it around myself and it sort of does feel like it'll fit. So I hate making clothes just for that, is that everything looks huge. And then you realise that no, that is just the size that I am. I'm quite enjoying working with this yarn. It's the Yarn Smith's Create Aran Weight, and this colour is claret red, which is about as close as it's possible to get to my real favourite red. And the pattern is the Festive Furs, I think. Is that right? Yes, it is. Festive Furs by Manatee Squares. And look at the little trees. Her pattern does call for a little bit of colour work, to add a sort of star at the top of each tree. I couldn't be bothered to do it. I'm being lazy just so that I actually get this done. I'm really loving the pattern. It is one of those that once you get going, once you've got the sort of first 2 repeats in fact now I'm used to it even after that, I don't need to look at the pattern anymore, which makes it really easy to just pick up and put down. I've been doing little bits in between, or just kind of in between things, like today I put tea in and then did half an hour while tea was cooking. Just half an hour of work on this, which is great. I love things that I can just pick up and put down and pick up and put down without having to dig the pattern out and check where I'm up to, all of that. So yeah, the front panel's finished and it does look massive, but never mind, we'll ignore that for now because I'm pretty sure it is the right size. And the fact that it's huge and still the right size is kind of depressing, but let's not dwell on that. And then I have started the back panel as well, which is exactly the same, except it'll be slightly shorter and then there'll be some shaping around the neck at the back, so I will have to look at the pattern for that. I have completely lost count of how many skeins of yarn I have gone through so far. I think I might be on my 3rd one, but that's okay, I've got plenty of it. I did all the calculations, based on the pattern. All the information was in the pattern about how much you'd need, so I'm well stocked. I should have plenty, and I feel like progress is going really, really well. The fact that I'm already about 1/3 of the way through the back panel means, and because I can just pick it up and put it down, I'm getting at least some done every day at the moment. So it's looking like I will get it finished in plenty of time for Christmas, which is what I wanted. So that's always good. What else can I say about it? Not a lot really, just that it's fun to do. I've mentioned the yarn. I'm using a 5mm size hook. I'm making the size 2XL, as that's closest to my measurements. And I think that's all the important information for you. Obviously I'll put everything in the description as well. And yeah, I'm having fun with it. So yeah, that's the most important thing, isn't it? So what's next? What's next? I will keep working on that as we go, a little bit at a time. So I've got the rest of the back panel, neck shaping, sleeves, and then put it all together. And I'm feeling good about it. I have started and got quite a way through already the first of potentially 2 baby blankets for my little niece who is due to be born in January. This is from one of the Crochet Society boxes, this one, which is box 43, so not the one that's just come out, not the one before that, the one before that, which would have been October, working backwards, December, August, would have come out at the end of June, I think. And so the pattern, this whole box, all the patterns in this box were designed by Rosina Plane, whose speciality is mosaic crochet. This particular pattern uses the overlay mosaic technique, which is my favourite of all the mosaic techniques that I've used so far. I'm not going to take all the yarn out to show you because everything's very carefully organised in this box at the moment so that it should just stay put. This is the blanket so far. The fact that this isn't as wide as the panel for my jumper is a bit heartbreaking. God. But this is just what's called a receiving blanket, I think, in that it's for when they're tiny. So when the baby is tiny and you bring them home from the hospital and they just want a little snuggle in the car seat. I love that the yarn it's colour changing naturally, so I'm not having to think about colour placement at all. This is just what the yarn does. I'm loving with its little heart motifs. You know, this baby is going to be so loved by the whole family. Ned is obsessed with her already. I hope that continues after she's born. I have a horrible feeling that he's going to go right off her. But yeah, the other day he was talking about like teaching her to read and stuff, and it's like she's not even born yet. So, oh, I'm glad he's excited. But yeah, this is working out really nicely. Again, because it repeats quite often, I'm kind of used to the pattern now, so I'm just having to check the row at the beginning, which row I'm doing, and then I'm just away. And because they're relatively short rows, even with fingering weight yarn, it's not taking long, which is nice. I am planning to do, the yarn incidentally is exclusive to Crochet Society. You can only get it by purchasing this box, and I don't know if they've got any left, but it's worth checking on the website. It is something I keep meaning to email them about and go, look, can you just make your yarns commercially available, please? Not, well, for no reason other than that I want to buy more of them. They always produce really, really lovely yarn, and it bugs me that I can't get more without buying another box, because I don't want all the extra stuff again most of the time. I certainly don't need the pattern booklet again, I've got that already, and I don't need the hook again, I've got plenty. It's nice to get them the first time, but not over and over again. So one day I'll remember and I'll contact them and say, look, is there any way that you would start producing the yarn on a bigger scale? What was I saying? I was saying that yes, I have got another couple of baby projects in mind. I'm not going to say any more about them now. I'm not going to share them on future podcasts until after the baby is here, or on Instagram or anything, because I want to keep them as a surprise for my sister. I will take pictures as I go, and I'll put them all, I don't know, in a separate folder on my phone or something so that I don't forget about them. And I will absolutely share all the items with you once baby is here, but I do just want to keep it a surprise, so that'll be it. I will obviously show you the progress on this blanket as that carries on, but yeah, you won't see any more crochet baby projects until after baby's here. Right, I'm going to have another drink, so bear with me a moment. I shall be back with the next thing shortly. Right, having said bear with me, I have of course edited all of that bit out, so to you it'll have been mere seconds. In fact there won't have been a gap at all. But hey, it was a couple of minutes. So I have got my next finished project, another finished one to show you, which has been living in one of my lovely bags from Crafty Clag. Ignore the pouch that's inside it. My little one with black cat faces on. So this bag is about to be emptied out and used to something else, which is always fun. And I have been making a lovely soft hat. It looks huge again, but if I try it on, I'll mess up my hair, never mind. It does actually fit quite nicely, so I'm just being careful of my hair, that's why it's going on a bit strange. Okay, I really don't see your hats. And it is just, there's a little bit of kind of slouchiness back here, but not loads. So if the recipient's head is the same size as mine, then this is going to fit really well. This is something that I mentioned briefly last time. Oh, my hair's okay. I don't actually know the recipient personally. It's not a commission or anything, this is a gift. Oh, I need to trim that bit off. Do that in a minute. I'm not going to say who it's for. I'm not really going to say a lot about it at all in that term. No. Start again. I'm not going to say who it's for or even much about the person other than they have been going through a hell of a time, and it's someone who I look up to quite a lot, and I just wanted to do something nice for them. If they don't like it, then they're absolutely under no obligation to keep it. You know, they can give it away to charity or pass it on to a friend or put it in the bin. I'd rather they didn't, but they can. And you know, whatever they want to do. I just wanted to send them something to let them know that even though I don't know them personally and they don't know me at all, I'm still just sending positive vibes their way and hoping that things are going to improve. And yeah, this is super soft, so hopefully it will be really, just really nice and comforting and cosy for them to wear. The yarn I have used for this is, the white is just some acrylic from a stash, as I've got telling you that, but the main sort of fluff is Patons Baby Smiles Fairytale Cloud DK, longest name ever, in mauve. And the pattern is the Everyday People hat. I've forgotten the name of the designer, but I will find it out and I'll put it in the description for you. Sort my hair out. Yeah, and it is just super soft. It's all machine washable. This has in fact been washed and it's come out exactly as it went in. It maybe could just do with a little bit of a fluff, but otherwise it's absolutely fine. So yeah, I'll just trim that bit off, take some photos of it, and then I'm going to package it up and send it, and hopefully make someone feel happy, which is almost always my aim in life. Never mind with giving gifts, but just generally. I like making people happy. I am a chronic people pleaser, which isn't always a good thing. But when it comes to things like this, I think it's nice to just put a smile on someone's face for no reason other than that you want to. So hopefully that will do that. Okay, next one. You'll have heard me talk before about the Strictly Sock Along. I have now made 3 pairs of socks and I'm loving making socks. But I am cheating massively now. I wanted just a little bit of a change. And it occurred to me the other day that I could do with a new pair of fingerless gloves for wearing around the house. So far, we've not been too cold. But the weather's only going to get colder over the next few months. And our sitting room in particular gets really chilly when the weather turns. So just a new set of fingerless gloves to wear, and I thought I would cheat massively and call them, what have I called them? Oh, just toeless gloves. No, toeless socks. Toeless hand socks, that was it. So these will be a submission in the Strictly Sock Along, because gloves are just socks for your hands, right? Right? That's my theory anyway. So I haven't got very far yet. This is the first one, but it's only finished up to where it would start increasing for the thumb gusset. So at the moment it'll fit sort of like that. This is again using my Vicki Brown's yarn from the Mini Skein Club for February this year, 23. Yeah, it's a lovely colour and it's really lovely to wear with, and because it's wool, even though it's fingering weight and these are quite thin, it'll still keep me warm. And the pattern, I don't know how to say this. I've written it and now I can't even read my own writing. Creation, something like that. I will put it on the screen and I will also put it in the description so you can read it yourself and go and visit the website. I can't remember again if the pattern's got a specific name, but it's using a shell stitch. I don't know if you can see how well you can see that in the definition on there. It's showing up quite well, isn't it, I think. So once again, you know, this is part of the sock along, so I'm only working on these while I'm watching Strictly. That's the main show, the results show, and It Takes Two. So progress is going to be fairly slow, although I got all of that done. I think it was the results show and about half of the main show from the weekend just gone. So they're not too slow, they're working up fairly fast. I'm really, really pleased with them so far. And yeah, I just thought you are encouraged to cheat in the sock along. And I thought this one might be slightly different, that maybe no one's done before. I don't know, I've not checked, and it doesn't really matter. But yeah, there we go, I am making toeless hand socks. Yeah, so we'll see. But yes, I'm enjoying it still, and after I've made these I'll probably go back to socks again. Just because you can never have too many pairs of socks, especially nice comfortable ones. And I lost my train of thought again, but yeah, socks, 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 yay! So what else? Right, I have got lots of incoming stuff to show you. In fact, more has come in than I'm going to show you. That's how much there is. So, what am I going to start with? I'll start with the most boring bit. This bit isn't especially interesting. I probably shouldn't say that, should I? I'm supposed to be keeping you interested. I've just bought, these have just arrived today, actually. They arrived earlier today. Or was it yesterday? No, it was yesterday. I've bought a bunch of small hoops. Can you see them? Sorry, the light's reflecting on the packaging. These ones are 4 inches, and I've got some 3-inch ones, and these ones are really well wrapped up, some 2-inch ones. And I'm going to be using these to make Christmas decorations that will be for sale on my website, in my shop, and at the next few markets that I do. I've got 2 towards the end of November and hopefully a 3rd one in December, but I need to check what's going on with that one. And I'm hoping they'll be a big hit. I just wanted to do, obviously I've got my baubles that I make and sell each year, and they're always fairly popular. I just wanted to do something a bit different. So I will be making more baubles, but I'm going to make these as well. My plan is to do like snowflake style mandalas, so 1 in each hoop, and then they can be hung on the tree, or you could attach a load to make a garland, or what else, I don't know, just hang them on your wall, wherever you want to hang them. So yeah, that'll be hopefully nice little quick projects. I'm thinking there'll be those, there'll be my baubles, I might do some mini stockings like I did last year, because they're relatively cheap. You know, I can sell them fairly cheaply, which is always good. People don't want to spend much, especially at the moment. So that is those. And yeah, I thought 3 different sizes would be good because, well, some people have bigger trees than others, and what, yeah, different styles. And then the rest that I'm going to show you is all yarn. I've been buying far too much yarn again, and I need to stop because I've got tons, and I've got 2 subscriptions going at the moment. Oh, I didn't bring up my advent calendar to show you. My Crochet Society advent calendar has arrived. Obviously I'm not opening all the drawers yet, but I have just checked that they do all open and they've all got something in them. So maybe I'll take a photo of that for you at some point as well. So yeah, and then I've got Vicki Brown's advent calendar will be coming at some point. It's her subscription, there's the Crochet Society subscription. I do not need to buy more yarn. Why do I keep doing this to myself? and I'm going to the knitting and stitching show in Harrogate in a few weeks, so I'll be buying more yarn there, you know I will. So anyway, I bought more sock yarn. I'm addicted now to sock yarn, it's dangerous. This is a pack from the Yarn Lab. Show you that. And then there's a bit of reflection. I love their logo. Clearly a Labrador. That's fantastic. And this is the Disco mini skein set. I think they're all, does it say on there? Yeah, 5 20-gram skeins. So that is, if my maths is right, that's 100 grams. I can't remember how much it cost. It doesn't matter, I don't care. From their Etsy shop, which I will of course link to. That's one of the skeins. The light's a bit too bright, isn't it? It's kind of blowing out the colours a bit, I think. I might need to angle the light differently next time. That's not really focusing at all. So that's not working, showing you that very well. But again, we've got five little skeins, lovely colours. I reckon that'll be enough to make a set of beautiful, brightly coloured stripy socks. There we go, the colour's a bit better back here. I just can't show you it close up. So that should be a really fun set to make when I get to those. Not that I haven't got enough yarn. Pop them in there. Oh no, I won't because the packet's ripping. So I'll just pop them out of the way. And then I've got my latest Vicki Brown's, lift it up, mini skein club box. Obviously I've opened it so the label's ripped. So I thought I'd show you these as well. This is the October box that has come through. We've got some lovely autumny colours in this. Look, no, that colour's definitely not working very well. This is darker, I think, than that's showing, but still you get a vague idea of what's going on. And that's that one. And again, they all, because I chose the gradient option, these all kind of fade into one another and will fade in from the previous box and then into the next box as well. So I think I said before these had actually arrived the last time I was recording, and I did intend to show you them then and just completely forgot to bring them up. So I've shown you them now, and then I should get another box in a couple of weeks' time, just over, maybe 3 weeks. Yeah, I think she posts them out around about the 15th, and then they just take however long they take to get here. Usually only a couple of days, but you never know. Things are going to start picking up in the post again, aren't they, with Christmas coming. So things might take a little bit longer to arrive, but that's okay. I'm very rarely in a rush. Yeah, that's my latest mini skein club. Just going to have another quick drink because my throat's going again, and then I'll show you the next bits. I've got more yarn, more sock yarn, because I've become an addict and I can't stop buying it. So I'll show you that in a sec. Okay, this next set I've got to show you is from Vicki Brown as well, and I've in fact got another one on the way. She's having a sale, okay, just leave me be. This is a lucky dip bag of Vicki Brown's mini skeins. I haven't opened this yet, so I don't really know what's in here. So shall we have a look? Let's have a look. There's all sorts in here. Now, I'm not going to be able to describe the colours for you very well, so I'm hoping that they'll show up well enough on the screen. Sorry, that was really whistly. And I'm not going to tell you the names either because the print's really small and I won't be able to read it without all kinds of strange facial gymnastics. But I will show you them individually. But look at all that! Look how much is in that bag. I think that was it 100 grams? No, that must be more. That must be 150 grams. I can't remember what I ordered now. I've got another one coming. So there is this one. Here we go. This one. These ones are 10 grams looking at them. She does a mixed bag of 10s and 20s, so I think that'll be another 10. There. And then that'll be another 10. These are all just leftovers that she has from putting together the advent calendars, from the mini skein club boxes, you know, odds and ends from the dye lots when she's dyeing, her yarn, and she just puts them all together in yeah, lucky dip bags. And I think you probably could ask if you wanted specific colours. You could probably say, right, what have you got? I don't know, I'm guessing. She hasn't said this at all. But she strikes me as the kind of person who, if you really wanted a bag that was all, I don't know, shades of blue and purple, then she'd probably do her best. But these just go up on the shop as lucky dip bags. She does a 50 gram bag, a 100 gram bag, and a 150 gram bag. There we go. I think all of those were 10 grams each. Hang on, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Yeah, that's 11 10 gram skeins, so that's 110 grams. And then I've got 2 20s. These two. So that's 150 grams altogether. Because, you know, I like lots of yarn. So yeah, we'll have a proper go through those at some point, and again I might take some pictures into better light and put them on Instagram so you can see the colours a bit better. I definitely need to have a play with the lighting, I think, next time before I get set up, and just reposition again or possibly change the settings. Anyway, I've got 2 Crochet Society boxes to show you. This one is the latest one. This is box 45. And this has just arrived the other day. And this is the Christmas box. I can't show you what's inside it because they haven't done the official unboxing. Lots of subscribers haven't even received their box yet. So it would be really unfair of me to put the contents up on here. Well, I suppose technically I could, but I'm not that kind of person, I'm not going to. I will just show you inside the lid, because that has been posted on social media. As you can see, let's tuck that in. It says Merry, no it doesn't, it says All is Bright on the inside. You can see the tissue paper hiding all the wonderful contents. And it's another good box. The patterns, again, aren't quite up my street, although I might find something to make from it. But the yarn is lovely, once again, and the extra bits that you get are great. And yeah, it's another good box. Well done, Crochet Society. The other box that I've got to show you, let's pop that over there, hold on, is this one, which I think I've shown you a sneak peek of before. This is box 44, which arrived a couple of months ago. And they were going to do an unboxing. They normally do an unboxing for each one on their YouTube channel, and I think they do it on Facebook as well. They've not had the chance to do it. So I was waiting for that before I showed you guys what's in this. But they've not got around to doing it, and now the next box is out, so I'm just going to show you now. So this box, hang on, it's got really strong Velcro on that one, couldn't get in. This box was their autumn one, so bear with me a bit because I've kind of unpacked it and repacked it a few times, so everything's going to fall out. Inside the box, inside the lid, we've got Leaves Are Falling, Crochet is Calling, which is, a lot of people I think feel that, I mean, I will crochet all year round, and I know a lot of knitters and crocheters will, but it does just feel a little bit nicer, a bit more, I don't know, just right somehow. When the weather starts to get colder, it feels it's definitely crochet season, yarn craft season, fibre craft season, and I don't know, I've lost what I was saying again, but yeah, it works. What they've put inside the lid works. This is the front of the booklet that comes with it. I'll show you inside in a minute. So all the patterns in this book were produced by Kate Rowell. Her Instagram handle is in here somewhere. I can't remember it. It's in there somewhere. I can't read. The light and everything isn't right. Does it say it here? Oh, it does. Jelly Bean Junction on Instagram. So again, I'll put all the information below. So I'll show you the patterns in a moment. First of all, inside, this is stuffed. There is a load of fibre fill, which is always good. Even if I don't need it for the patterns in the boxes, it's always good to have extra fibre fill. And then I'll show you the yarn next. We have got, spinning things, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 skeins of yarn in this box. They are, I think, 50 gram skeins, so they're not huge, but that's 300 grams. Yeah, that is 300 grams of yarn, plus all the other stuff you get. And they are fab colours. It's Crochet Society exclusive yarn. This is the yarn I really want them to produce commercially, their confection range. It's so soft. It's acrylic, but it is so soft and so easy to work with, and the colours are fab. This one, I'm going to take my glasses off for a moment because I can't read the labels otherwise. Where's the colour name's gone? This one's called Marshmallow. Yeah, they do, it's all very appropriately named. And then this one, the labels are a bit squished, but this one is called Watermelon. Yeah, it works, doesn't it? The names are all perfect, and ones actually give you a good sense of what the actual colour is for those of us who are starting to go colourblind. This one is called Wine Gums. I love, one of my favourite sweets, instantly. This is called Raspberry Sour, which is a really pretty colour. I'm not usually into pinks and that all that much, but there's some nice ones in this. This one's called Sour Fizz. Okay, and then the last one, oh, I've just dropped that. Oh, that's another one of Marshmallow. So I think whichever patterns are in this, you're going to need more of the Marshmallow than of the others. Now this next little bit keeps jumping out of the box, so I'll have to show you, obviously. This will give you a bit of a clue as to what one of the patterns could be. That is a gorgeously fluffy pom-pom. I think that's intended to be used on a hat, but I'll have a look through the book again in a minute because I can't remember. But it's so soft and fluffy, and it's got a little loop, so you could sew it in, or you could sew a button or similar onto your hat, and then you've got a removable pom-pom. You can take it off and put it back on, which is always handy. Hello Neris, if you come to see what I'm babbling on about, I've heard you. Now in every box you get a crochet hook and a stitch marker. This one I cannot read the size on it at the moment, but again I'll put it in. So there is a lovely crochet hook there. I don't know how well that's focusing for you because I can't tell from here. Hopefully you've got at least a good idea of what that is. And then the most lovely little pumpkin stitch marker. Hang on, is that focusing? Kind of. Yeah, you can see that, can't you? Lovely pumpkin stitch marker, so that'll get used, definitely. And then my favourite bit from this whole box, because I will absolutely, definitely, 100% use this. Hang on, let me unsquish it. Even though it's not really my kind of colour, it's useful, so I will use it anyway. There is a lovely little pouch. It has got 3 compartments in it. There is a middle one, which I now can't undo it. There we go. There's a middle one, which is just a plain compartment. So you can stick whatever will fit in there. And then the back one has got little pockets for notions. You can pop some scissors if you've got small ones in there, or folding ones, or bits of ribbon, or any sort of small thing you've got knocking about. And then the front one has got loops for, where's the hook gone? That's not going to fit in that one. There we go. Fitting too well in that one, it fell straight through. For popping your hooks in. So this is going to be a really super useful pouch. I think I've said before that whenever I'm working on a project, I always have everything I need in a project bag. So there's the yarn, the pattern, and then a pouch like this with the hook I need, some scissors, a tape measure, stitch markers, needles. All of that goes in. So this will definitely get used. Probably constantly, to be honest, from here on out. Just shove some of this back in the box. So yeah, it's a really good example of the boxes actually. It's a particularly good value one, I think, because it has got plenty of yarn in it and something I will actually use. Obviously they can't please everyone all the time, the contents change. There's always something extra. You get the yarn and the patterns and a hook and a stitch marker and then something extra, and you know, they're trying to please as many people as possible. You can never please everyone, so, but I think they've done really well recently. So yeah, here's the book. Let's have a little look at what's in the book. Yes, I have turned the right way. So we've got an introduction page from Kate, and we've got the contents, which, yeah, fine. Then we've got a little interview with Kate, which is always nice to read, just a little bit of reading, a couple of pictures of her work. And then the first pattern in the book is a pattern for some pumpkins, which obviously is a bit late now, although I suppose it's still November, it still works for autumnal stuff. Trying to think and talk at the same time, it doesn't work. But yeah, really, really lovely, slightly different. You see they're kind of checkered, and she's included a chart in the instructions, as well as you get all the written instructions and everything you need to know about the pattern, how to put it together. That'll be what the fibre fill is for in the box. You then get a little page telling you all about the contents. So, does it tell me what the hook size is on there? No, it doesn't, but it tells you what's in, and that's really useful because I haven't ever had it happen. But every now and then something will be missing from a box, just they ship so many out, and they are only human. But at least this means you know what should be there, so you can get in touch and say, oh, I've not had the pom-pom, for example, could you send me another? And they always will. We then have another pumpkin themed pattern for a lovely cushion. You see, it's got cosy, the O is a pumpkin, which I love, and again she's included this page. She's included the chart, so if you prefer using a chart instead of the written pattern, then you can. And again, it's got all the instructions, it's got a bit, the back is separate, it's a separate design. And then there's an explanation on how to do the corner to corner method of crochet, which is one of those ones that took me a while to crack, but once I cracked it, I've not tried colour changes yet, so that'll be something to try. But yeah, once I got the hang of it, just the basic standard corner to corner, pardon me, sorry, I don't know what's going on. Yeah, it's a really easy one once you get the hang. There's now, because the yarn in the box is exclusive to Crochet Society, they always include alternative yarn choices, which is really useful, especially if you want similar shades. But also I just find it nice, it's kind of inspiration of new yarns that I haven't tried before. More to check out. And then we've got the pattern for the hat. Thought there was a hat. That's the bracken beanie, and there we go, there's a picture of it with the pom-pom, so we know that's what that's for. And you get a little page of things that Crochet Society members have made. You can post all your makes on Instagram and on Facebook with their hashtags, and they'll pick a few to go in each of the little mini magazines. I'm not in it yet, but I will be one day. And then they've started doing bigger patterns as well, where you can use the yarn that's in the box, but you might need extra. I quite like that. It's nice to have a big pattern to work on, either with the yarn that's provided or with just something from my stash. And so there's a lovely hexagon blanket. It looks like a pretty simple hexagon pattern. That's the chart for it. I'm no good at reading charts of this type, but I know enough to know that I think that's just fairly simple increases on each row, and then you end up with these beautiful hexagons, which is nice. Again, it's got all the written instructions as well as the chart, a couple of pictures again, and then you get just the final page. It's what the next box will look like on the outside, and then on the back, which is really clever, a little bit of guide of UK to US terms and hook size conversion, because for those of you who don't know, Crochet Land is a bit strange in that there's kind of a whole language when it comes to crochet anyway, but really there are two, because there are US terms and UK terms which are very, very similar but not the same. I tend to work in US terms most these days. I never used to. I used to kind of be like, no, I'm British, I'm going to use the UK terms. And I've given up. Because I actually find the US ones easier. I think just because I see them more often. A lot of patterns online use US just because a lot of them are from America. And so I mostly use the US terms these days, but I know the UK terms enough that I can switch, as long as I make sure I know which ones I'm supposed to be using, then I'm okay. But yeah, that's that. Nice to be able to show you inside one of the boxes. Hopefully they will do a proper unboxing of the latest box, and once they have done, or again, if they don't get around to it, I will show you the contents of the new box, the November-December box, either after they've done it or just when the next one comes out, which will be after Christmas, which is a bit mad. Right, I need another drink, and then I don't think there's too much more to talk. Words going. I don't think there's too much more to talk about, is what I was trying to say. So we'll have a quick drink and I'll be back in a moment. Okay, I was right, there's not much more to talk about at all, so this last bit shouldn't take too long if you're getting bored. So I'm going to go through, I've done it properly this time, my goals from last time and the new ones to try and get done for next time. I have done really well this time. I had 7 goals and I've done 5 of them, which is, yeah, I'm pretty proud of myself, to be honest. So I have continued my Christmas jumper, got further than I thought I would on that one, so feeling really pleased with that. I have updated my shop, I have updated my website, I have started baby projects, and I have finished the Batty table runner. and as you've seen, I've done a couple of other things as well, so that's awesome. What I haven't done is, I think I mentioned last time that I've said I will make a toy llama for a friend of a friend, and I haven't even started that. I've got a pattern, and I know I've got some yarn in my stash that I can use, so that's back on the list for next time, because I have promised it, I will do it. And also my Peace on Earth wall hanging, I want to get that finished, because that I want to take that to the markets and also have it up on my shop in plenty of time, that if anyone wants it they can have it in time for Christmas. So those two have gone back on for this time, and they're at the top of the list now. New goals, I also want to complete at least 2 baby projects. One of those might be the blanket, or it might be 2 completely separate ones. I've got one bagged up and ready to go, so hopefully that'll be fine. Bearing in mind this is only in 2 weeks, this is until the next podcast. So yeah, I think I've set myself quite a lot, but Ned's back at school next week, so I'll have more time again. So yeah, at least 2 baby projects. I want to edit my website, update my website a bit more. I need to get back in touch with someone. Actually, I met someone at the latest Indie Business Club meeting who is a website developer, and he's going to help me out a bit, so I need to get in touch with him and let him know what I want him to do. This is all very new for me, I've got no idea, but he will help, which is great. I want to update my shop, like I said earlier, get some Christmas stuff on there. And if I crack on both of those things, that's like a few hours each, so hopefully I can get those done. I want to get cracking with making Christmas decorations for sale, again as I mentioned before, and I want to do some more work on my Christmas jumper. So that sounds like quite a lot, and I know I will get distracted and do other things in between. But I think that's doable, especially with Ned hopefully back at school on Monday, and hopefully not ill again for a while. We will see. And yeah, we'll see how I get on. I will report back next time. So I'm just going to finish off now with a little bit of what's coming up next. I have got date booked in of the 15th of November for my next podcast day, so that's 2 weeks from today, and then it'll be uploaded on the Friday, which will be the 17th. And between now and then, I've got quite a sociable, either way, a nice couple of weeks coming up where I'm going to see lots of people. Let's put it that way. This Friday evening I'm going to Lindsay's again, that's the plan anyway, hopefully that's what's happening, and we will probably drink lots of gin again and put the world to rights in the way that we do. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to that. I feel like it's been ages since I last saw her, but I don't think it has. In fact, no, it hasn't. I think it's because the last time I saw her was when we went to see Scummy Mummies. So I did see her and we had a lovely evening, but we weren't sat chatting, so it felt different. So it'll be lovely to have a proper catch up with her. Then what else have I written? Oh yeah, fireworks. Obviously it's bonfire night on Sunday. Is that a thing outside the UK? I have no idea. I'm not sure it is, because it's kind of based on isn't the right word. The result of an event from British history. So I don't know if it will be. If you are not in the UK, will you let me know? If you're watching this, is bonfire night a thing on the 5th of November? Do you have a bonfire and fireworks and a bit of a, not really a party as such, although depends, some people do. It's a good fun night anyway, I'm looking forward to it. We are going to go to my dad's for tea, because he lives really near where they do the fireworks. And then we'll bob out and watch the firework display, which will be, well, it's always been spectacular before, so it should be again. High hopes. And then it'll be time to come home and get Ned to bed. Am I talking really fast? I'm sorry if I am. Then next week I am meeting my sister for lunch, hopefully. We've had to rearrange this twice already. So hopefully we will actually manage to get together next week. That's my sister Charlotte, who is the one who will be having the baby in January. And it's been, I don't think I've seen her properly since I found out she was pregnant, and that was in the summer. So we are well overdue a catch up, and I can't wait to see her. And it's possible that my brother or one of my other sisters will come too, which will also be lovely. I suspect Mum will be working, but you never know. We'll find out. We're then, is it next Friday? Yes, I think it is. Next Friday we're having a school mum's night out. So I'm going out, I don't know exactly what the plan is actually for that. I'm assuming we're going to have a meal somewhere. Just myself and some of the other mums from Ned's school class parents. Did that make sense? Probably not. But yeah, they're all a lovely bunch, and since we moved house I've not been doing the school run much, so I don't really get to chat to any of them anymore. So it'll be really nice to see them properly and see how everyone's getting on, how the kids are getting on with the new school year. And what else is happening? What have I written there? Oh yes, so I think I've mentioned before that Ned has been on the waiting list to get a new set of grommets fitted in his ears. The actual operation isn't coming up just yet, it's not until December I think, but we've got the pre-op assessment, and just kind of, it's for his benefit really more for anything else, just kind of talk him through it, although he has had it before and he remembers it really clearly, but just to go through how it all works again, make sure that he understands that I've remembered what's happening, you know, what the aftercare is like and all that sort of thing. So yeah, I've got quite a lot on over the next couple of weeks. Most of it is good. Ned won't like the hospital visit, although no, that's not true. He might be okay with this one because they're not actually doing anything to him. It's just chat, and he'll be able to play a bit actually. And I think it is it the play therapist? I think he's one of the people who comes to the appointment, and they're just always lovely people. They're really great with kids in our local hospital. So yeah, there's going to be a lot to keep me busy, keep me seeing people, and that's nearly the end of the podcast. For some of you it will be the end, because the last bit I've got written down to talk about is about my ongoing I'll find the right words. All the words that came to mind then were really negative. I'm going to say journey. My ongoing journey with weight loss and physical health. My voice is going, but I'm just going to power through. Yes, I know some of you won't want to know, so if that's you, then thank you very much for getting this far. I know it has been a long one. Unedited, we are at 1 hour and 15 minutes looking at my clock, so it's probably going to be around about the hour mark by the time I've finished faffing about with it. So thank you for making it through. Please do, I know I say this every time and it's a pain to hear. I always wince when I hear it on other YouTube videos. But please do, just drop a like on it, subscribe to the channel, and comment, say hello, and share it with your friends if you can. I am going to keep asking you because every click, every like, every comment, every subscription, every share helps my little channel grow, and so far that's very, very slow. And I'd really like to get some more subscribers. Yeah, just I want to share what I'm up to with the world. So if you've watched it, yeah, just do one of those things, at least one, and I will stop babbling now and I will let you go and stop saying "and" because that's really annoying. What was I going to say then before I got annoyed at myself? Just that I hope you've had a good day, basically, and I've said it again. Whenever you're watching this, whatever time of day it is, if it's the morning, I hope you're going to have a good day. If it's the evening, I hope you've had a good day already. And yeah, thank you for watching me babble on and lose my train of thought and drop things. Alright, that will be it, and I will join you again in a couple of weeks. Okay, for anyone who's still here, this won't take long. I've not got a lot to say today, but it is mostly positive. Let's start with the positive bit, in that I have lost another pound, which is fantastic. And I'm starting to see it now. I think I'm on, I've not written it down, I think it's £5 total loss. It might even be 6 since August. I'm going to say £5. And I'm starting to see it in myself, which is great. It's always a big boost to my mood. And particularly so actually this week, because like I said at the beginning of this episode, I have been struggling a bit, and that has manifested itself in wanting to eat more junk, not wanting to exercise, all of that sort of thing. And because Ned's been at home, food has been mentioned more often because he's been wanting snacks, which is fine, but it just kind of, it makes me actually think about food, which I try not to do much. And also because we've been leading up to Halloween, there have been bags and bags and bags of chocolate and sweets in the house for a good couple of weeks. So I'll be honest, some of that has gone into me, but it could have been worse. I've not demolished much of it. No, if I compare it to last year, excuse me again, if I compare it to last year, I've done much better than I would have done. And that, to be honest, one mark of that is quite simply that I have been able to have those bags of chocolate and sweets in the house and kind of forget about them a lot of the time. That's a big thing for me. And even when I've remembered them, it's like, no, they're for Halloween, they're for the trick-or-treaters, I'm not going to go near them. Like I say, I have slipped up once or twice, but you know, I'm only human, right? It's not a big deal. You know, there was still plenty left for yesterday. There is in fact a little bit left still. So, feeling very proud of myself for that. And for just things like last night actually, because Ned's friend was round, we did tea for them, for the kids, sort of when we would normally have tea, and then Kelvin and I ate later, and 9.9 times out of 10 when we do that sort of thing, we will end up having a takeaway. We did not have a takeaway last night, and I wanted to, I really wanted to, but then I was like, no, it's late already, I'm hungry now. By the time we've ordered something and waited for it to arrive, it'll be too late, to really want to be eating anymore, and that will impact falling asleep, and I'll feel terrible in the morning. So I made a cheese toastie for myself and one for Kelvin instead. And okay, that's not the healthiest tea, and we did eat some chocolate as well. But I will happily bet a whole load of money on that still being much better for us than whatever we would have ordered if we'd gone down that route. So that's great. So all of that's really, really positive. The only negative really is I've not done much exercise again. Again, just because Ned's been off. And I know that shouldn't be an excuse. I should get up and do it anyway. And most evenings I've gone to bed thinking, right, in the morning I'm going to get up and put my exercise kit on and do a workout. And it just hasn't happened. So I am a little bit down about that. But, you know, again, it's not the end of the world. It's not like I was going to say it's not like I've done nothing. That's not true. I've done nothing. But it's a week and a half out of my life. It's not going to make a huge impact. I'm probably going to give myself a break on that score for the rest of this week as well. Just because I'm just not in the mood for it. And then start afresh on Monday. You know, Monday will be a school day, so it'll be up, get him dressed, get him ready for school, pack lunch ready, all that sort of thing, push him out the door with Kelvin, and then I can crack on and do my workout in peace, which is how I like to do it. I think that's part of the reason why I struggle when Ned's at home, is that I just don't like other people being around when I'm exercising. That's why I've never really got on well at gyms or in exercise classes. I'd rather just do it on my own with no one to see. So yeah, I will pick up again on Monday. And food wise, this time of year is always a bit tricky because there's Christmas chocolate everywhere. There are Christmas cakes. There are, you know, even if I go for savoury things, there are pies and cheese and crackers and all of that sort of thing that's around more. And even if it's not around more, I start thinking, oh well, it's nearly Christmas and it's a Christmassy thing to do. But I am feeling, at the moment, I am feeling fairly positive about my ability to recognise when I genuinely want something and when I'm just, oh, when I'm in the shop so I'll get something, if that makes sense. And the one benefit of the massive price rises we've had over the last year and a half is that because everything's so expensive, I'm less willing to spend the money on it. You know, it has made it easier for me to go £2 for a bar of chocolate, I don't think so, and walk away. So that's not to say that I don't wish things were cheaper, of course I do, but it has helped with the food. So it'd just be nice if all the healthy stuff was cheaper. But yeah, that's that. All in all, fairly positive. There is, as always, improvement to be made. And I'll keep going. And we'll see what happens next time. I hope that if you are undergoing a similar process at the moment, that it's going well for you as well. But if it isn't, just remember that tomorrow is a new day, that next week is a new week, that a whole new year is coming up fairly soon. You know, we are at the beginning of excuse me, my throat's really going now. I will stop in a minute. We are literally at the beginning of a month right now, and I know a lot of people find it easier to make a change when there's kind of a natural new start. So maybe that will help you. Just to bear that in mind, it is the first day. Okay, by the time you see this, it will be at least the third day of a new month, but that's still early enough for it to count as the beginning. Anyway, I'm going to stop now I'm going to go away and save this, and I'll come back and edit it tomorrow and add in and take out all the bits I've mentioned. So I will say goodnight. Thank you again for being here and for taking some time to listen to my incredibly disorganised, or dare I say even chaotic chatter about my life. Alright, night night.